Rashawn, what you doing?
Nothing, just got done downloading the 2-hour flick of the new 5G network.
Wow, I'm so glad my drink didn't get warm.
We also have an animation student named Laney. He's gonna share with us on the spotlight today.
Oh, cool.
Okay, come on, we ain't got no time.
My soda! Welcome back, everyone, to episode 3 of 91st Street Live. My name is Aiden.
And I'm Rashawn. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry I kept you from your delicious cup of soda earlier, but a soda's a soda and you can buy another one later. Let's just get on with the show. Aiden, tell us about the upcoming skills competition.
Tomorrow is the Skills USA Spring Leadership Conference. Riverside has people competing in the Quiz Bowl, prepared speech, and job skill demonstration, to name a few. Good luck, everyone, and hey, bring home the gold. Now, I think it's time to throw it to Rashawn for this week's episode of Pop Stop.
Come on, just work already. Nailed it.
I heard from Spencer that the last episode of Pop Stop was a bit gloomy, so I'm going to keep things light this week. After years of begging, Friends fans will finally have their day, their week, their month, and maybe even their year. The beloved TV show is back after 16 years. The full cast will return for a reunion special. The untitled, unscripted reunion special will help launch HBO's streaming service, HBO Max. All 236 episodes of the original series will be available to Max subscribers in May of 2020. Excited for the new special? Think the cast are a bunch of sellouts for doing a reunion when they said they never would? Vote in our online poll, yes to a reunion or no, they sold out. Find us on Instagram at 91st.streetlive and cast your vote. We're curious to hear what you think. Oh, so that's who the American prisoner is? Jim Hopper is alive and well in Russia? That's definitely not where I've seen season 3 leave off. Strange. There's no official release date for the upcoming season, but rumor has it this one may be the last. It'll be hard to say goodbye to Eleven and the gang, but I'm excited to see how everything is wrapped up. That's it for this week's episode of Pop Stop, and thanks for stopping in.
So many cool things happening. Thank you for our pop culture update of the week, Rashawn. Starting things out, we're going to take a look at one of the students from Animation 1 class, Laney Sandberg, talks about how her obsession with drawing pictures helps her in her future career in animation. In this week's episode of Spotlight.
Animation has always been a dream. It's stuck around since I don't even know, since I can remember. I mean, because you watch animated movies like The Lion King. And I was always drawing all the time, so I thought oh, that's great because I can just make these things move. Turns out it's a lot harder than that. One of our projects was to take a song and you have to board out, you have to take storyboards and figure out how the words are going to move on screen and also how they move off. It is really difficult.
My thoughts of you explain just why I'm only here to claim.
Year 1 is all about 2D. We started out with the 12 principles of animation, and so we came up with 6 different inanimate objects. You had to get across personality without using a face. Mine ended up being a soda cup with a lid and a little straw. That one was interesting because we had it broken down. All of animation was broken down into 12 different principles. One was squash and stretch, and that one had to convey bouncing squashes down to build up momentum and then burst. I've never felt more content than when in front of a screen and working, like just chugging away. Like there's no real sound. I mean, I'm just working, listening to music as I work.
I think the 12 principles of animation is really interesting. Maybe some of the principles could be applied to making videos. Thanks, Langley, for sharing your work with us. We can tell you are very passionate about drawing and animating. Best wishes to you and your future in animation. We'll be right back after this commercial break, so stay tuned.
Transformation.
Welcome back to 91st Street Live. Our next video is about a man using the power of music to create community. First-year TV production student Dylan Calloway introduces us to a very unique choir group and their director. This newly formed choir is proving to have a strong impact on the members' lives. Voice of Joy Choir is this week's episode of Creative Corner.
The Voice of Joy Community Choir was really kind of a thought that I had. I got really excited about the idea. I thought, there's a lot of churches out there that don't have choirs anymore, but there are those people out there that miss that just as much as I do. God and His amazing favor brought 30 people to our first rehearsal, and we charged away from that day on.
I wanted to make sure this year that I set aside the time because I heard such wonderful things about it.
I knew Matt. He used to be my choir director at Bethany, and all through college I was at OSU in the choir, and I just missed the environment.
So a lot of churches these days no longer have their choir, but I feel like it leaves a group of people out that are used to being a part of the music ministry in their church and now no longer have anywhere to plug in. That's what the Voice of Joy Community Choir is all about.
My husband had the idea for a community choir, and he had been talking about it for about a year after we moved back from Nashville. Anytime he has an idea, I want to be a part of what he's doing.
I like singing as a family because we can't all get together on a Sunday.
I was excited to be able to come back and see where the group was going to go to, and it almost doubled.
The name of Jesus Christ, my King.
Last year we did a flash mob. We kind of surprised some guests at a Chick-fil-A. This year we decided to do something a little bit different and really be more of community outreach driven. After our choir retreat, we decided we would come to the Children's Hospital at St. Francis and sing through the program one more time.
It shows exactly what a community is. A community is a group of different people coming together and working together and being a part of each other.
Getting to know Matt has been real special. His passion for not just music, but for music that's well done to honor the Lord. And that's what it's about.
It's more of a bonding. We've really become a choir, so to speak, but become Christian friends coming from different beliefs, different faiths, different churches, coming together for one purpose.
If you enjoy music at all, you don't have to be the best singer. You don't have to read music. If it's something where you feel like you're not a part of a group, I would encourage you to join our choir.
Our hope for the choir is that it grows to be something so amazing that the entire state of Oklahoma can be touched and blessed by the music that comes out of this group.
If you're interested in more information or just like to watch some of their performances, you can go check them out at facebook.com/voiceofjoychoir. If only I could sing. Let's just keep going on with the show to my favorite segment, because I'm not the one getting laughed at today. It's game time. Our guest here is Kenya. She's an independent animator and an Animation One student. Hi, welcome to our show today.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Like you said, Kenya, And I really like animation, so I hope one day I can do it as a career.
Sweet. So why did you join animation?
Well, you know, internet was big. YouTube, watched a lot of it. So I saw a lot of YouTube animations. We don't have to talk about specifically what, but I thought they were cool and I wanted to try it out.
Sweet. So our game today is called Buckethead. You're going to bounce a ping pong ball on the table and try to catch it with the bucket on your head.
Oh.
It's much harder than it sounds. Okay, and you've got 1 minute to do so. Do we have our timer set? Okay, so we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Very good, very good. So, what's your favorite animation movie?
I'm gonna have to say that for sure Shrek 2. Just the plot, the cover of holding up for a hero at the end. It just all it works, you know. It just.
I got you there. So, tell us a little bit about what you do in your animation class now.
Well, we've been working on a it was a contest thing, but earlier in the year we did a music video, and I thought that was super awesome. I like doing the lyrics and stuff, but so yeah, exhausting.
Okay, you got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are out of time. But thank you so much for coming on our show today.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, we're now going to switch gears and hand it over to Giran, our favorite robot from the future, to talk about cell phones and what to look forward to in this week's episode of 2020 Vision.
Hello, dear. Did you just come back from buying the newest iPhone?
Silly millennial. Why would I have use for a cellular device when I have my telehorn?
Silly millennial. I'm your wife.
Judah!
And that is a telehorn.
Judah!
Hey guys, Giran here. Phones are advancing really quick, aren't they? It's crazy. Some phones now have 4 cameras in them. Apple seems to be on the rise again. Just a few months after the release of the latest iPhone 11 line, there are talks about a new iPhone to release in September of 2020. It is said that the new phone will resemble a square-beveled iPhone 4 and will be available in 3 different sizes. Apple's lead competitor in the mobile market, Samsung, revealed 2 new phones this weekend. The Samsung Galaxy S20, the successor to the S10, and Galaxy Z Flip, a new foldable device.
Your screen is split into 2 parts, a viewing area and an interaction area.
On the topic of mobile usage, the flip to 5G happened to the previous phone generation AT&T and Verizon users in early 2019. Most 4G users are denying the advancements without recognizing facts. A 5G network can download a 3-hour movie in 15 seconds. It is 100 times faster than 4G. AT&T and Verizon plan to have their networks access span nationwide later this year, and the other companies are bound to follow suit. So that's where phones are headed in the next few years. I can't wait! Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a call to take.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to talk to you later, Giran. What a card, I tell you. Can you believe we'll be able to download 2-hour movies in minutes?
5G is shaping up to be something very incredible. You know that new Samsung phone reminds me a lot of my old Nintendo DS?
Before we close, a big shout out to the Airframe 1 instructor, Joey Bartek. Last week, he competed in the Top Gun aerospace competition held in Las Vegas, Nevada. Joey competed in the professional division and won 2nd place. I gotta say, pretty awesome that a Riverside instructor is a national winner.
Make sure to tune in next week's episode. We have Levi Holloway from Sound Design performing his original song, You, Bobby Ross, a local filmmaker, for Spotlight, and my favorite swimmer, Kaylee Henderson, in Creative Corner.
While we're still on the topic of cell phones, you can see the whole show and past episodes. Just pull out your phone and look us up on Instagram at 91st.streetlive and on YouTube by searching 91st Street Live. Before we sign off, Adam Davis from TV2 is going to send us out with his cover, Can't Get Over You. Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of 91st Street Live.
Have a good day, everyone.
Tell me more, I got a box, gotta put your name on it. Tell me more, I can't stay the star on the same topic. Don't know you, but would I fall in love with you? I don't have no social cues, I'm all for you. Hey, I can't get